What's up, guys? It is Hot Wheels Tournaments, and today I have something cool to show off. For the first time in my life, I bought a die-cast collection. We've got Hot Wheels, we've got Matchbox, pretty small collection. Bought it for about $150, and we're going to take a look at everything I got here today and go through it in this video. I'm very excited to show this all off. All right, so to start off this look at the collection I bought, we'll start with the Hot Wheels, and we'll start with a couple of the big name items you might have seen I got. If you know what these are, if you know about this car, you know it's one of the most popular Hot Wheels of probably the last 10 years. Been absolutely everywhere. This is the Datsun Bluebird 510. Got a couple of versions here. Right here, 2009 new models. Blue color scheme, red racing stripe, then 102 on the side. Absolutely beautiful there. Follow that up with a recolor in a tan gold. Absolutely beautiful. And then we also had a 2010 edition from Nightburners. Racing deco on the side with some beautiful, beautiful blue wheels. And I also got a loose version of it in pretty much mint condition as far as loose is concerned. You can see the roll cage on the inside. 102 black recolor of the gold and the blue. You'll notice it has the treasure hunt symbol on the side. That doesn't mean it was a treasure hunt. Treasure hunts did not exist in their current form as they did in 2009. But just an absolutely beautiful car. It's been really, really popular. A car I've been meaning to collect, but the prices are just kind of insane for mainline. Sometimes these things go for like 20, 30, 40 bucks. So when I was able to pick these up, he was selling like, for the carded cars, it was like $2 for a carded car, and then it was $1 for a Lucy. So when I was able to pick up all four of these for $2, that was really nice. I actually already have this white version. Found a pretty nice loose one at a flea market a while back. So I'll go ahead and sell this one. But yeah, just some beautiful, beautiful colors on it. Absolutely awesome to get the first editions of those. Really happy about that. Looking forward to the Faster Than Evers are the next up on the list for the 510 Bluebirds. So hopefully I can get the Faster Than Ever versions because I think those versions look absolutely awesome. But just a really cool way to start it out. Continuing on the Datsun trend, two of each of the Datsun 240Zs in white. I believe this was the first edition. Yes, 2006 new models. So we got two in white. That was the first color. And then two in yellow, the recolor. I actually won the Datsun 240Z in white before I started collecting Hot Wheels back when I just played with them. I actually won it in a drawing at my school, and I won a toy, and it was the Datsun 240Z. So I have a really, really beat up version of it back in storage somewhere. I probably should have brought that out for this video, but yeah, super happy. I'll be keeping one of each. It'll be nice to have a mint version of my beat-up old one. I'll still keep the beat-up old one just because I have so many memories. It was really fast on my downhill track back in the day. But really cool to get two of each of those. One for me, end up selling the other two. If you guys are interested in buying any of this, I do have a Whatnot account where I'm selling Hot Wheels if you guys are interested. If you don't know what Whatnot is, it's absolutely awesome. I'll leave the link down in my bio below. You guys can use that, get 15 free dollars. Your first $15 you spend on Whatnot are free if you use that link down below. All right, let's keep on rolling. Now we have the Teslas. So the Teslas, the 2008 Tesla Roadster, first edition in red. Also have this, but I mean, for $2, you don't ever see this car for $2 anymore. It'll go down. There we go. $2 for that one. I'll end up selling that one, but one I did not have was the green version. Really, really awesome. Getting really close, I think, to being complete on this casting, considering I do have the Super Treasure Hunt version of it. I don't know. I have one of the, what do you call them? I have one of the speed machines. I'm missing the second version, but I'm really, really close to being complete on this one. So that's really cool. It also had a loose version of the blue one. There's that. Already have this one as well, so I'll probably end up selling that at some point on a Lucy Whatnot stream. But really cool. Both first editions of the 2008 Tesla Roadster, and then a nice green one to add to the collection as well. Let's keep rolling. Follow up the Datsuns. We'll finish up with the last batch of Hot Wheels before we finish or go through all the Matchbox that I got. If you saw them, you know how hard Ferraris are to find these days, and I got a few of them out of this collection. Here's the Ferrari 250 LM. Not a car I own a version of, so this is really, really cool to get. 2007 first editions here in silver short card, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why this guy had him on short cards. I didn't ask. He just had all late 2000s to early 2010 stuff, and for whatever reason, the Ferrari 250 LMs he had were on short cards. We also had a yellow one. I believe this got 3 colors as a first edition. I believe there's also a red one. Obviously, Ferrari red, usually the most iconic color, which means most of the Hot Wheels Ferraris, the most expensive versions of them are the red ones. They're the hardest to find, usually the hardest to get. So there's those. We then followed up with a Ferrari 250 GTO in the 2009 new models. This is an absolutely stellar casting. I don't have a version of it yet, so I am absolutely ecstatic to add this one because, man, it is absolutely beautiful. It is so freaking cool. I'm really happy to have that. That thing looks awesome. The 250 LMs, 250 GTOs all go in. We then got an Enzo Ferrari first edition 2003 in red. Guy clearly cared about the first editions with his collection. That was the majority of what he had as far as Hot Wheels were concerned. I already have a version of this Enzo Ferrari, so this one will end up going up for sale. But really, really cool, clean, minty, fresh card on that one. What is this? Ferrari 156. I believe this was a 1999 first edition. I don't know. It's good. The peel and win behind it's tempting me. Obviously, whatever it won probably isn't eligible anymore. But yeah, super cool. See if there's a year. I'm not seeing a year on it. I believe it's 1999. Maybe it's 2001. It's around the late 90s, early 2000s. And then a car I wasn't even aware like existed. I wasn't really aware at all of these Hot Wheels Legends Hall of Fame models. This is the Enzo Ferrari Hot Wheels Legends Hall of Fame. So I guess Enzo Ferrari is in the Hot Wheels Hall of Fame, which is really cool. The car we get here is the Ferrari 356 GT. Super cool. Chrome wheels. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yet. Originally, I thought I was like, I'll probably just sell it, but man, it is clean in person. It's also plastic tire. For those that don't know, I'm not a fan of rubber tires. I much prefer plastic tires on vehicles. I'm weird like that. So if this is plastic tire, I'll probably end up keeping it. It's really freaking awesome. Charged me $10 for it. It's cheaper than what's going on for eBay, so can't complain about that. Really cool to get that. And the last few Hot Wheels, just kind of miscellaneous that were a part of it. Didn't really have anything else that go with them. Lotus Evora GT4. Guy loved Lotus. Had so much Lotus stuff. Now, Hot Wheels doesn't make a lot of Lotuses. Matchbox did back in the day. So, he has all the Matchbox Lotuses, which we'll get into later. But yeah, there's the Evora GT4. Absolutely beautiful. For a guy that didn't seem to collect that many Hot Wheels, he had a lot of stuff that was just on, like, perfect cards. And then a Porsche 918 Spider. This is the old version, not the new and improved version. It's got the weird lip that old one has. Feels a little bit small. Hot Wheels Showroom, 2013 new model. Very cool. I have a version of this, but it was packaged, and when I opened it, the paint just didn't look right, so I might end up keeping this one just to have a better version of the collection. Haven't decided yet, but again, cool to have that. It's charging $2 a car. I'm not going to pass up, because whatever I decide to not keep, I could probably sell for profit. So really cool. Let's move on to the Matchbox stuff. All right, we'll start off with the bigger items for the Matchbox. We began with the Lesney editions. This is a line I'm actively trying to complete. Got a couple cars I did not have from the year so it ran. Now we have the Volkswagen Type 181, white striping on the tires. I guess those are white walls technically. Very cool. You know, this is just such a great version of the casting. The mainline versions of this from the last couple years haven't been great, but this Lesney edition is absolutely awesome. Looks absolutely great. Super happy to add that. Then we have the Lotus Europa Lesney edition in purple and yellow. Very nice. Very cool. Happy to have that. Continuing to check cars off the list. I cannot complain there. Final Lesney edition, we have the 1969 Type 14 Carmen Ghia convertible, and that is a beautiful version of the Carmen Ghia. Again, way better than the recent mainline releases due to the extra detailing, the more premium looking wheels on that sucker. I mean, come on. Cannot wait to get these things open because they look absolutely incredible. And then we move on to Best of British, a set I have slowly been crossing cars off of. We have our first version of the Lotus Evora we'll see here today. in a nice green, not quite lime green. It's a little bit of a mix between regular green, lime green, light green. Very, very cool. Best of British version. And we'll round it out with a car I already have, a super fast Opel Speedster. It's charging relatively cheap for super fast, so I figured I'd pick it up. I'll take it to the Matchbox gathering this summer and see what I can get for it there. I'm sure there will be someone that'll be happy to pick it up. But yeah, very, very cool. Nice group of cars to get there. Crossed a lot off lists I'm trying to complete. Now for kind of some of the one-offs. Wow. Paid $2 for this. Not an easy car to find super cheap often. The Toyota Land Cruiser. Come on. I'm just now realizing in my Instagram post I called it FJ Cruiser. I'm an idiot. It's a Land Cruiser. There it is. And a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blue. God, one of the best Matchbox models of the modern era. That is absolutely awesome. Super happy to have that one crossed off the list. We continue with another Volkswagen Type 181 in a baby blue. A very solid version of it there. The Lesney Edition's way better, let's be real. This is fine. Lesney Edition's better. I mean, it's premium versus a regular model. Not a fair comparison, even though they're technically the same casting, but dollar model versus couple dollar model. Here we are, Porsche 914, one of my favorite Matchbox castings. I'm going to have to go back and check and see if I have this model in yellow. I have a couple, or green. I have a couple versions of it. I'm not sure if I have this green version yet. I didn't collect at the time when these were coming out, so when I bought them, I bought golden era cars, and then I kind of forget if I have them or not, so sometimes I end up with duplicates. It's hard to keep track of everything. I really should database everything, but yeah, just awesome, awesome casting. Super happy to add that one to the collection. Keep on moving. All right, more Volkswagen. One of the more infamous, or not infamous, it's not bad, one of the more famous Matchbox castings, the Volkswagen T2 bus. 3 versions of it, red, orange, green, all of which I am fortunate enough to already own. So these can all be sold later at the Matchbox gathering. But I mean, come on. How freaking cool are these suckers? So freaking awesome. So freaking cool. So freaking happy to have those. Just really, really, really well done casting. So get those. It's a pretty good deal, if I do say so myself. Oh boy. Everything's falling. Everything's falling in the back. This isn't good. Alright, we'll just move these off. Alright, and we'll round it out with 3 more before we get into all the Lotuses I showed you. And then we'll get into the Lucy's. The Smart Cabrio in green. Very, very nice. And then we have Smart Cabrio in red. Very, very nice. I think I might have this green version. I don't believe I have the red. I'll have to go double check. Like I said, he was charging $2 a car. All these cars are worth more than $2 on eBay if you sell them elsewhere. So it wasn't like this was a bad investment. So super happy to have those. Let's go take a look at the Lotuses. All right, here we go with the Matchbox Lotuses. The Evora and the Exige are some of my favorite golden era 2000s Matchbox castings. They're just so well done. They were just so perfect, and they represent some of the coolest cars, some of the best driver cars on the road today. Cars I absolutely love to look at because I think they're absolutely beautiful. As far as sports cars are concerned, we start with the Lotus Evora 3, or excuse me, not 3. Take a look at this. He had 4 red Lotus Evoras. I mean, that's just absolutely nuts. So I bought all 4 of them. Obviously, I'm not keeping all 4 of them. I already actually own this model as it is. Probably go ahead and sell 3 of them and keep an extra, but come on. Is that not just absolutely awesome? 4 of those suckers, that is absolutely incredible. So, yeah, jump-starting my Evora collection. I had all the modern versions, but I'm missing a lot of the later ones. You already saw me grab the Best of British. Here's a very similar version to the Best of British, the Lotus Evora 08 mainline. If you want to take a look at the differences between the two, there you go. Virtually the same color, only difference is the wheels. The 10 spokes, in my opinion, do look better on it, but I'll take the variation. That's really cool. Absolutely happy to have that one. Next version, oh, as I almost knock over my camera, that was almost really bad, is the orange. I mean, that is sporty, sporty, sporty. Wow. 10 spokes on it. Again, they love the 10 spokes on the Evora, as you will see. See the intakes nice and clearly on the orange. Such nice contrast. Absolutely perfect casting, in my opinion. Can do no wrong. Absolutely no wrong. Then we have the silver 08 Lotus Evora. 10 spokes. Again, just perfect. Only complaint is they sometimes don't get those rear deco. Whatever. So well done. We'll move now into the Exiges. These are arguably just as cool. Modern day, like, track sports cars. Oh, excuse me. We have 2 more Evoras. My bad. Or 1 more Evora. We have the blue version. There you go. Now to the Exiges. We begin orange, yellow striping. You'd think these cars are a lot faster than they are based off the way they look. They really aren't that fast in real life. Like, they're sporty and they're handled very well, but they're not, like, supercars by any means. But, I mean, come on. Just such cool little cars. They're also not terribly expensive. I would not mind buying one someday. I'm sure the upkeep on them is hell. British cars don't necessarily have the best reputation, even Lotus. Red version. Also already owned this one. There you go. So second version of that car for me. Happy to get another version of it. The yellow version. This might be the best one. It's between these two, in my opinion. The yellow and the green. I mean, just, they complement each other so well. Blacked out wheels. Emphasis on the car. You can really see the intakes on them. Just, oh, perfect. Perfect, in my opinion. God, those cars are awesome. Moving along. Green, gold wheels, British racing green. I should be more specific. That's important for a British supercar, sports car, I should say. Absolutely awesome. Then, couple other versions. Blue, dark blue. Oh, they're sticking off, getting in my hand's way. Dark blue, orange rims. Not a fan of the 7 on top. This isn't one of the better versions, but, you know, it's whatever. It's the Exige. It's an awesome car. I'll take any version of it I can, and I lied. I said the green and the yellow may be the best. This one may be it. This is the blue, blacked out wheels as well. 3 different versions, 3 very similar themes. Blacked out wheels, singular color. Just beautifully executed. Absolutely fantastic. Those are the Exiges. Let's move on now to the 5 packs and the Lucy's that I got. Alright, we'll round this all out by taking a look at some of the loose cars that I acquired. The last batch of what I acquired within this. The last Hot Wheel I got with this collection was the first edition of the Bugatti Veyron. I'm actually really excited about this. This is my first ever Bugatti Veyron in my collection. I've always looked at getting them, and they always go for like 20, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, 50 bucks in some cases. And when the cars cost $1 to $2 in the stores, it's hard to justify. So I've never pulled the trigger. I've tried to trade for a couple. Nothing's ever come together until now. And there is a little bit of scuffing on the back. Nothing too major. Looks really good. So I'll have to get a carded version of it at some point to get a mint one. But still very happy to finally have one of those in the collection. We then move on to all the Matchbox Lucy's. We have a Toyota FJ Cruiser to complement the blue one. We get this yellow one. Again, this one's not in perfect shape. Some minor scuffing on the top. But in my opinion, gives it a little bit of, personality. Makes it look a little worn. Makes it look like a Toyota Land Cruiser. I realize I said FJ Cruiser. I mean Land Cruiser. One's a replacement for the other. It just gets confusing, you know. But fantastic rendition of this Land Cruiser in yellow. Very happy to have that one and add it to the collection. Moving right along, we have a Lucy of the green Porsche 914 we talked about earlier. Very nice. You've already seen it, so I'll move on from that one. Couple of repeats as well. The silver Lotus Evora makes another appearance. Loose. We get a loose version of the yellow Lotus Exige, as well as a loose version of the blue one. But we do have a couple models that I haven't showed off yet or talked about that we get loose. We get another version of the Lotus Exige. This is a black with green stripes. I believe this was either a multi-pack or a 5-pack exclusive, I want to say. It was not released in the mainline. So another Lotus Exige off the list, which is incredibly nice, I believe. I don't know, I think I'm 1 or 2 short. I'm missing the 10-pack from this year. They're at my Kroger. I just need to pull the trigger and buy it. I hate buying multi-packs. $10 for 2 cars, realistically, that I want is always really frustrating. But it's whatever. Fantastic rendition of this Lotus Exige. And then we'll round it out with a silver Unimog. Looks absolutely great. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. I hope you enjoy this. Let me know if you want me to do more haul-style videos. I'm intending to buy more collections, so that's something we'll eventually do. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.